Englund.
It's happy hour somewhere.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, right here, sir.
Dave, I think I have your penis.
That's yours. Was that mine? Yeah, that's yours.
All right.
I've got my own, Robert. Thank you. One thing I will say, here's some of the things you don't see that happen behind the scenes. I got a call, I guess it was Thursday morning, telling me that the flight that Robert Englund was on was, at first I was told it was going to be delayed. Then because of mechanical failure, then I was told the flight was going to be canceled. This is how I wake up the day that we're getting ready to set up the show and the stars are coming in. And you get this message that Robert Englund's flight is delayed, and then maybe half an hour after that I got the message that his flight was canceled. The only seats that were available, we had booked first class flights for him. It's a 6-hour flight, and his wife Nancy. And I'm like, and there's no first class flights to be had coming into Philadelphia. So, you know, that's a promoter's nightmare. To this man's credit, he gets on a coach flight. God, I don't even want to know what row they put you in.
It doesn't matter. Lance Hendrickson sent me drinks. Lance was in 1C and took care of me.
So, much to his credit, many other stars would have just said, "Oh, sorry, Dave, I can't make the show. Robert's here."
No, Michael, but you got, no. Guys, first of all, this has nothing to do with Dave. He can't control weather or maintenance or planes. And the other thing is, Nancy and I always want to get here early. Nancy, on my advice today, got to go to one of the best museums in Philly, right across the bridge, that I went to 100 years ago when I was a stage actor. And we love it. We love coming here. We have so many recurring fans, and we've all aged together. But we also, I'm a fanboy too, and we've also seen the dealers and the collections and the contributions from the internet get wider and richer. And this is a great show because you never can read the fans here. There might be 4 really attractive couples in line, and I'll need a frame of reference for a Sam Peckinpah movie. And there'll be a guy in line with a bone in his nose and more piercing than Dee Snider. And he will tell me the entire cast of that 1959 Sam Peckinpah movie that I consider an echo of Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I'm trying to make some point about my own career in the 70s and Mark Hamill or something like that. And there's a guy that can do that. That's what I love about Monster-Mania, is beyond the genres, beyond the darkness and the wide spectrum here, is you guys love movies.
Okay, so what we'll do, if you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll call on you. If you would, please stand up and...
I'm not in the same room with Karloff. I'm not in the same room with Lon Chaney. I don't even think I'm in the same room with Vincent Price, but I do have my foot in the door. And history and movies, and here's the thing. I am very beloved and lucky because I was able, or my performances were able, to influence the video and DVD generation. And you guys are pretty young here, but what a lot of you need to remember is when you were kids, you might have gone to a Blockbuster or a mom and pop video store with a mom or a dad or a cool stepfather or a shitty stepfather, I don't know. And you were allowed to pick a movie. Not everybody went out on Friday and Saturday night. And you were allowed to, mom and dad would pick a movie, Pretty Woman, And you were allowed to pick a movie, Nightmare 3, Nightmare 5, whatever. And you'd already seen the other ones, and you would screen it. And here's the thing, we were getting a lot of grief for being violent and subversive. But in a strange way, the video revolution with that Afghan blanket on the back of the couch, some cold pizza slices on the coffee table, some warm beer, dad, mom, your kid brother, your kid sister, your older brother, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 on that big Sony color TV on a Friday night or a Saturday night, on a rainy night in summer or a crappy winter night, and you shared it as a family. So this is the strange gift that I received, being an actor in a movie at a time when the technology was changing. Then I got another generation of people watching, you know, the techno guys watching, oh, we have to watch this movie on Blu-ray, digitally remastered.
Widescreen.
And a little yoga and a shot of tequila. So it just metamorphosized for me over the years. And I got different generations. But this is an accident of the time, a happy accident of the culture, but it's something that I've learned in the last 10 years. This great thing that these movies that I thought were controversial and violent and were gonna hurt my career actually turned out to be, in a strange way, one of the great video DVD generation family shared experiences on so many different crazy levels. The American family, we all know, whether it's divorce or stepdads or death or big families, whatever. I got to be part of that. I got to be this component of entertainment. And it's just a great gift and a blessing to my career. And the same thing happens simultaneously all around the world for me. So when my pilot doesn't sell in LA, I go off to Spain and I chase a girl around a castle.
I thought the episode that you did recently on the Goldbergs really played that, or really emphasized how what you just described was the standard.
I realized when I said yes to the Goldbergs, it's because of what I just described to you, because I had learned what I just described to you. They wrote me a beautiful letter, but I'll tell you the real reason. I got to hang out and work with Wendy. And Wendy is maybe the funniest, one of the top 3 funniest women on American television. And if you watch her in Bridesmaids, and you watch her, what's the cop show she did? Reno. My God, she's funny. She's just the real thing. She's the real thing. And when she ran down the hall in Goldberg's, and she improvised, oh no, in her Jewish mother voice, Mr. Knifey Fingers. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Mr. Knifey Fingers. I broke up. I had to bite my cheek, to keep from laughing. But at the end of my segment, my last segment, they cut this out. She runs down the hall and you hear her voice trailing in the distance and she's complaining. Oh, what's the matter with his skin? Jesus, what's he eat? Oh my God. And she's running down the hall and I look at her and I go, hey, hey. And she doesn't turn around. And I turn to the camera and I go, that's some kind of primetime bitch. And the running joke was they would blip the dirty words. They cut that out.
Oh, sad face.
So what did it feel like to put the makeup on another time?
Pardon? Well, he's not here this year, but he's been around. He's in Atlanta now. Bob Kurtzman, who did me on many movies. He was assisting Kevin Yeager. He was with K&B, and you guys know K&B. K is Kurtzman, N is Nicotero. He's down in Atlanta doing a little movie called Walking Dead. A little TV show called Walking Dead. And Steven's here and a bunch of other people from Walking Dead. That's Nicotero. Berger, the B in K&B, won the Oscar for Chronicles of Narnia. These guys were the heavy metal, punk, all dressed in black, guys that came on after David Miller and Kevin Yeager to help them and took care of me for like 3, 4, 5, and 6. They were always there taking care of me. And then I did Wishmaster for Kurtzman. And so Bob and I did a big makeup in Chicago because we wanted to help send some of that money that we made to saving the movie theaters in Chicago, especially the old drive-ins, where right now, this weekend, there's a double bill of Exorcist and Crawl. Anyway, at the drive-in, outside of Chicago, Midway, that's the second airport after O'Hare, suburban Chicago. Is that Hillary Clinton? No, but I mean, it's that's the neighborhood. And so Kurtzman now is back in Atlanta with a beautiful studio, Bob. And he took care of me. He had done me, and there's a word called bedside manner. And that's a word you use about a really good doctor that knows how to talk to you and treat you and take care of you in the hospital. We use that, actors, we use that about special effects makeup. Some guys are so good and gentle and kind to you, and they bring you a beer at the end of the day when you're getting your makeup torn off or whatever. They know how to take care of you. And Kurtzman is that guy. He's really that guy. So he was the guy that came to do me. We flew him out he's doing The Haunting of Hill House now. We flew him out, and he took care of me so that I could do that show. But there's only so many people that can do my makeup right. And some of them have Oscars, some of them are retired, and they're rich. They've married beautiful women from Seventh Heaven. Other people, are like doing consulting work now, or they have the #1 show in the world, Walking Dead. I can't call Nicotero up and say, hey, do you want to come put Freddy makeup on for me in New Jersey? I can't do that. We couldn't afford him. And that's why I can't do it. Kane's got the Jason underwear on. Right now, you can kiss him in the lobby. Where is he? No, I'm teasing. But what I'm saying is, I'm difficult.
No, you're probably not. He's probably
and
in
you
the
have to
car.
like me right. So, but putting the makeup back on for that, it was a little strange, and we had some time elements, and we were worried about TV lighting, but most of it worked.
But I mean,
And it was a kiss. It was a kiss to fans of the '80s.